I just want to give him a chance, but he's on the road to destruction. Once I just started seeing what I wanted to do with my life, that's when all these guys want to come on and say, hey, what's up? I'm like, no sir, not today. I'm like, no sir, not today. You're cute, but you're not that cute for me to be distracted. Deuces. I'm not gonna settle for anything that's less than God's best. Point blank, period. Don't tell me nothing. Let me let you know, a lot of these guys are not worth your time. The time to do what God called you to do. This is the time to discover yourself. This is the time to love yourself and find confidence within who you're called to be. This is a time where a lot of people waste. This is a time where we are supposed to develop ourselves the most. This is our prime time, and like I would say, in my opinion, I feel like it's our prime time of development. We can have fun, we have free time, we have so many things we could do, but I feel like so many people are wasting their time with these useless guys who are not pushing you nowhere in life. A lot of these guys don't even know who they are, so I don't understand where they're gonna take you. Let me just say, once God gives you revelation of your purpose and what you're called to do, you realize that you don't have time. You don't have time and you have better things to do. I don't think there's anything wrong with going on dates and dating if you know your standard and if you have boundaries. And I feel like you just establish those during your singleness, or like with your alone time. I feel like a lot of people are wasting their alone time trying to be with somebody else instead of cultivating their skills, their gifts, making the most of their time. There's nothing wrong with dating, there's nothing wrong with relationships, but you have to make sure it's directing you in the right way. You have to make sure that who you're with is helping you fulfill your purpose, that they're your purpose partner. I don't believe in the one. I did for a minute, but then I was watching some videos on some sermons and some like relationship like panels and things like that, and I feel like the one puts God in a box, because you're saying pretty much with the one that there's only one person in this whole entire world that God has aligned with you. With God giving us free will, I feel like he gives us free will within his context. So that being said, he allows us to choose who our partners are within, or who we want to be with within the selection that he's given to us, if that makes sense. So I feel like people are choosing out of God's will. Let's just say that. People are choosing out of the God's will and they're wondering why they're in the same place. Because the person you're with is supposed to elevate you and move you forward. They're supposed to challenge you in some way. And I see these like relationships now on like Instagram, just all over social media and things like that, where they've been together for years, but they don't know each other. It's important, like during your singleness, to set boundaries, especially going on dates. And let's remember, a date is an event, not a commitment. So going on dates, you have to remember, this is what I stand. This is where I stand. This is what I will and will not do. And if I see multiple red flags in this person, I will not proceed. A date is an interview, so people go into dates feeling so, oh my gosh, I need somebody. And instead of, this is like a job, let's say. So you're interviewing somebody. Are they going to get the job done? Are they going to help you fulfill your purpose? Are they going to help you go on to the next step? Are they going to help you do what's right? Are they going to help you better yourself? But since so many people are lonely and they don't know themselves going into dates or going into getting into committed relationships, they lower their standard. So many people are trying to find love within another individual. Oh gosh. A lot of people are so broken. They have so much weight that have been through with them for years. So many things that they have to work through in order to be in a relationship with somebody else. There's so many people that want to fall in love, but they don't love themselves. I don't know how that logic works, to be honest, because in the Bible it says to love God, love yourself, and then love others. How are you supposed to love others if you don't love yourself? How do you know how to love if you don't practice love to yourself on a daily basis? It's just, I feel like with self-love, once you begin to love yourself, there's certain things you will not tolerate. There's certain things you will not let go past. And of course, everybody has their ups and downs. Sometimes you have those days, but you've come to a point where it's like you're very comfortable with yourself and you're comfortable with your singleness. I know I get a lot people tell me like, dang, lighten up, like just give that guy a chance. But the thing is, like, since I've gotten to know myself and I'm pretty confident in a lot of my decisions, especially if it's like with guys, I've come to the point where it's like, if I see a characteristic that's a big red flag, I ain't budging for no one. I don't care what no one says. Are you my purpose partner or what? Like, what are we doing? I don't mind like going on dates and things like that is fine, but if I see a red flag within his character or the way he moves, is an automatic no, because it's not going to get better in the relationship. Don't let anybody push you, say just give him a chance. If you know very deep down inside, you know very well and you know very well that if you fulfill that relationship, that's going to keep you in the same place. So if anybody's telling you, shoot, like lower your standards, don't do that. I know it can be hard out here because you feel like everybody's getting together, but like I feel like, once again, what I said, I feel like once you're very comfortable in your skin, that won't bother you at all. You just have to wait. I always tell myself I don't want anything less than God's best at all. Like, he gives the best, so I don't want anything less than that at all. If it's not him, I don't want it. Point blank, period. Ooh, I'm going to get personal. Does that make sense? I'm gonna be real personal. Yeah, I have not dated anybody in college. And that's by choice. I've been single by choice. Trust me, a lot of these guys are not it at all. And I feel like once I just started seeing what I wanted to do with my life, that's when all these guys want to come out and say, hey, what's up? I'm like, no sir, not today. I'm like, no sir, not today. You're cute, but you're not that cute for me to be distracted. Deuces. But yeah, I've been single by choice. In the beginning of like trying to discover myself, it was hard because you're like, should I date? Should I give that person a chance? But then again, I ask myself, if I question it, maybe I shouldn't be doing it at the moment. I feel like when I'm more sure, then maybe it'll be and my mind is in the right place, I think it'll be better for me to make a decision. So I kind of just like listen to myself, even though it was hard sometimes because you see everybody like mingling, you're like, well, you're like, I'ma just chill, I guess. And trust me, some of these guys be cute, I'm not gonna lie. But you're not gonna waste my time. You're not gonna waste my time. I might sound strict, but you know what? I'm not gonna settle for anything that's less than God's best. Point blank, period. Don't tell me nothing. I feel like once you develop yourself, once you become more very assured in who God has created you to be, and you can do this in different ways. So I do this. What I would do to help me develop my self-confidence and help me learn to love myself was I told myself I can do it. Yo, I'm dope. I'm cute. I'm beautiful. And I started like seeing that within myself, those characteristics that I told myself I was. Another thing I did was also digging into the Word of God and seeing what He said about me, seeing what all He's called me to do, and that has helped me to be more assured of the direction I'm going and who I am as a person. I feel like the more you cultivate yourself, the better selection that you have. That's a fact. So you also surround yourself with friends that will let you know if a guy is it or not. Because sometimes you get in your feelings and your emotions and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to give him a chance, but he's on the road to destruction. And if you guys get together, you guys are both on the road to destruction. So make sure you have friends that will tell you and have different eyes, different perspectives on whether you should go for this person or not. My friends are all very blunt. And they'll let me know very quick that leave it alone. Well, most of my friends are blunt, so they'll let me know to leave it alone, to move on from it. But yeah, make sure you have good friends in your circles, and just different points of perspective within your tribe to let you know, like, this person, to remind you, this is your goals. Is this person going to take you to where you need to go or not? Another thing I don't understand is why people, oh my gosh, why people be like, I don't know where I'm going to go with my life next, but they're here talking to 10 million people. Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna lie, that does not make any sense to me. Like, you're talking to Susie, Becky, Lauren, everybody, but you don't know where you're going. So are they gonna help you? Okay, let me not be rude. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, there's nothing wrong with being single and discovering what you like, doing things by yourself, doing things with friends. I feel like, and as you're walking a purpose, the right person will come. Like, you're not gonna have to slow down for them. You're not gonna have to take 3 steps back for them, which I will not be doing, and you won't be doing either. We're not settling out here at all. We're not doing that. That's not the life we live. God, please. I've come to terms with the fact that I don't want to say it, but I've come to the terms with the fact that as long as if I fulfill God's purpose for my life, then I'll be okay. If it's in His will for me to never get married, never to be in a relationship, then that's okay. It's harder. It's actually hard saying it. I've come to the fact that people need me to do what I'm supposed to do on this earth, so they can be free. So there's people that are contingent to my obedience, and I need somebody in my life who is going to help me, propel me into my purpose, and help me walk in it and challenge me day in and day out to be better. If not, and if they're not about their business, and if they don't know who they are, don't come and try to holler. Don't try and talk to me. Don't slide in my DMs. Don't add me on Instagram 10 million times. I got it the first time. But yeah, I've come to the fact that if it's in God's will for me never to be in a relationship or never to get married, then it's okay, because as long as I fulfill the purpose that He has for me in my life, I help who He wants me to, set other people free. Like, your purpose is never for yourself, it's always greater than you. It's always greater than you. So I've come to the terms with that. But I really want someone that's going to match my hustle, who loves God more than anything, who has boundaries as well, because a lot of these guys don't have boundaries either. It's not just, it needs to be equal on both sides. Guys don't have boundaries either. Like, I need a guy who has boundaries, who has standards, who is very confident in who he is, who knows what he wants, who isn't talking to every single girl that walks past them, and is very comfortable in their singleness and content in who they are and called to be, and is cultivating their skills and doing something. Like, this is nothing. There's something, I feel like so many people settle for potential. Everybody has potential. A guy who's playing 2K in the basement every single day has potential to do great things, but is he doing it? You need someone who is who has active potential, who's walking, doing what they're saying, working towards their goals, working towards what they're supposed to do in life, elevating themselves. Everybody is falling in love with potential. Everyone is falling in love with a dream that's being sold to them. I would say that I am ready to date, but doesn't mean I have to do it. I feel like I'm ready to date, but how do I say this? I'm ready to date, but not at this time, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's making sense. Like, right now I feel like I need to be focused on what I'm doing. Just because I'm ready doesn't mean I have to do it. I hope that made sense. I've come to, okay, I'm very content with myself. I'm very self-aware. I'm building my relationship with God and trying to focus on what he told me to do. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm very whole in myself, and I'm walking in who God called me to be. So at this point, I am ready to date, but I don't want to do it. Not quite yet, if that makes sense. I feel like I don't want to date yet because I want it to be within God's context. I don't want anything like out of that. Also want to do when I feel like he tells me it's time. I don't want to do anything before it's time. So yeah, I'm open to date, but doesn't mean I have to do it. But yeah, I hope this video was I hope it made some sense, and I hope you're able to reevaluate where you stand on dating. But yeah, that's it. This is kind of more of a ramble that's just been on my mind. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Please thumbs this video up if you liked it, and I'll catch y'all in the next. See ya.